The road to max completion in Crash 4 is easily the toughest of the entire Crash Bandicoot series, and one reason for that is the introduction of a new type of relic, the Sanely Perfect Relic. There are 38 in total, one for each level, not including boss levels. In order to nab one, the player must beat a level with 0 deaths, breaking all of the boxes, and acquiring the gem for collecting 80% of Wumpa Fruit. Actually, on that last requirement, I've heard that it might not be necessary to get the Wumpa Fruit gem in order to earn an Insanely Perfect Relic, but you'll most likely pick it up simply as a result of smashing all of the boxes anyway, so I wouldn't worry about that. The point of this video is to serve as an ultimate guide for obtaining the relics in all 38 levels, without wasting your time showing you where every single box in each level is, as a vast majority of them are within plain sight. But there are still many boxes in most of the levels that are hidden or hard to reach, which is why I think a guide is necessary. My goal is to keep the amount of time you have to spend watching the guide as short as possible so that you can spend more time on your attempts. I'll also be providing a box count at each checkpoint in the level so you can easily see whether you're on track for getting the box gem. There will be timestamps in the description for each individual level, so you can bookmark this page and jump back in at any point to continue your insanely perfect quest. I'll be taking it checkpoint by checkpoint, so I suggest you do the same, pausing at each checkpoint to watch the next part of the guide, and then pausing the guide to play up until the next checkpoint. It likely won't take you long to memorize where all the boxes are, so you shouldn't have to keep stopping and starting much other than to restart the level if you die. A few general pointers to note first though. There are some levels where your box count may vary slightly to mine at a given checkpoint, perhaps due to an additional collision with a nitro crate or something. I'll note when the box counters may vary in the guide. Also, I do break the boxes on top of or next to nitro crates in most instances, so the box count will also account for this. This isn't really necessary, so if you'd rather stay safe and avoid doing this, you may have to adjust your box count accordingly, but I'll also point out these instances as they come up. A handy tip is that you can die in the bonus stage and still be rewarded with your relic at the end of the level, as dying in a bonus stage does not count as a death. And lastly, while it's not necessary for the Insanely Perfect Relic, I'll also point out where you can find the hidden gem in each level. Although it can sometimes be risky attempting to get the hidden gem at the same time as the relic, so sometimes I wouldn't advise doing it on the same run. There's a lot of stuff to cover here, so there's a chance I may accidentally overlook something. I'll put any corrections in the description. Anyway, let's get started with the first level, Rude Awakening. There is only a single hidden box in this level, and it's towards the beginning. After these two crabs, jump over the ledge. The box is hiding just behind it. Continue to the first checkpoint where you should find yourself with 9 boxes. Proceed towards the second checkpoint. After blowing up the TNT crate and hitting the checkpoint box, you should have 27 boxes. Make your way to the first rail grinding section in the game. Since you only get one shot at these, I'll show them in full when they come up. This one is relatively simple. Break the 3 boxes to the right of the third checkpoint first, and you should have 67 after hitting the checkpoint itself. The hidden gem can be found in the first hut in the 2D section. After the 4th checkpoint you should have 75 boxes. Then go forward to the bonus round. This bonus round is very easy. Use the arrow crate to get up to the high platform to the left of it. Finishing up, you'll have 83 boxes. There's nothing of note heading to the 5th checkpoint where your box count should be at 93. The same goes for the next section. Hit the 6th checkpoint for your 98th box. Then make your way to the end of the level. After blowing up the TNT crate you should have 104 boxes, and if you made it through in 1 life, the relic as well. Sanity Peak has the easiest box gem in the game, as every box is clearly visible, so I'll just let you know how many boxes you should be aiming for at each checkpoint. 4 at the first checkpoint, 14 at the second, 21 at the third. You should have 28 going into the bonus round, and 40 at the end of it, 42 at the 4th checkpoint. Quick side note at this section, if you jump on all of the platforms the red gem will appear. While it's not required for the Insanely Perfect Relic in this level, you will need it for a later one. The hidden gem can also be found shortly after the chase sequence begins, to the left of the screen, but you might want to consider getting this one on a separate run. Also, don't worry about hitting all of the boxes in this chase sequence, as the thing chasing you will smash them all. You should have 58 boxes at the 5th checkpoint. After checkpoint 6, your box count should be at 69. Nice. And after the final chase, you should end up with 86 boxes and the relic. While it's only the 3rd level in the game, a real grind is where the game starts to pick up drastically in terms of hidden and hard to reach boxes. At the start of the level, make sure to use the mask's phase power to pick up all of the boxes, including the ones here on both the left and right platforms. You should break the first checkpoint with 16 boxes. After the iron crate, there is a barrel on top of a rock with a box above it, slightly off camera. Use the phase power to get it. The rest of the boxes are easy to spot, and you should be at 32 boxes upon hitting the second checkpoint. Immediately after the checkpoint, you need to use the wooden arrow box to reach the question mark box above before destroying the arrow box. Then move on to this relatively simple rail grind section. Use the Wumpa fruit as a guide to the boxes. After the third checkpoint, you should be on 53 boxes. Immediately after that, you have to hold the jump button to bounce high on this box here to reach the one on top. Then break all of those and remember to jump on these wooden boxes that appear between the iron crates before coming to another rail grind section. This one's slightly more difficult as you'll have to lean to the sides to grab some of the boxes, as well as quickly drop down below towards the end for some boxes. If you manage to get all of those, you'll be on 89 after the fourth checkpoint. There's a box hidden in the tyres, so make sure to grab that before heading to the bonus round as you can't get it after. For the phased out bounce crate, it's easy to double jump high onto the top bounce crate and destroy that before the bottom one. Use the wooden arrow crate to get the ones up high, and don't forget to destroy it afterwards. Upon completing the bonus, you should be left with 112. After returning, there is a box in the tyres where the bonus platform was. There is then a hidden path to the left of the very next Aku Aku crate, so go around there and break all of the boxes. Then drop to the lower platform and break all the ones there too. After breaking the fifth and final checkpoint, you should have 136. Here you need to get yourself on top of the higher bounce crate to the left. Hold the jump button for a higher jump and double jump to make it to the box on the roof. Then break the bounce crates before continuing to the right. At the top of the phase platforms, slide double jump to the left to find two boxes, but don't break them. Instead, bounce off of the top one to reach the hidden gem on the platform above. Then break the second one. From there, head to the right, break the Nitro Switch crate, and you should hopefully find yourself with 153 boxes. In order to get all of the boxes in Crash Compactor, the red gem is required. If you don't have it yet, go to this timestamp to find out where to get it. At the start of the level, make sure you jump off to the right of this gear for these boxes. The rest are in plain sight and you should be at 18 boxes after the first checkpoint. Continuing to the left, there are two boxes hidden in this house with the shark on it. Further on, after this Megamix poster on the wall, jump towards the camera for a platform and a box. Then hit the checkpoint for what should be 40 boxes before jumping on the red gem platform. This path isn't too difficult. When you get to this part, don't jump on the TNT quite yet, as there is an arrow crate among them that you need to use to bounce to the higher set of iron crates. Break the two boxes and then you can safely destroy the TNT. After that, you don't have to bounce on all of these boxes next to the Nitro, but I'd like to do it anyway. If you do, you should end the red gem path with 64 boxes. Right away, we have a short rail section where you'll have to jump between two for some boxes. The third checkpoint will take us to 69. I don't recommend going for this hidden gem on the same run as the Sanely Perfect Relic, but here is how to get it. You have to carefully jump below where the checkpoint is to hit the exclamation mark crate, which will open this door to the gem. At the top of this wall there are 4 boxes to get off to the right. Proceed further ahead to the bonus. At the start, go straight to the right, skipping all of the boxes and slide jumping over all of the bounce crates. Get up to this crate here and do a double jump to grab a box off camera. Then hit the exclamation mark crate at the end and make your way all the way back to the start to collect the rest of the boxes. At the end, your box total should be 98, assuming you also picked up the box on top of the Nitro near the last checkpoint. Making your way forward, there is a crate up high above this iron crate here that you need to jump to, and a bridge of boxes just in front of it. Smash the 4th checkpoint box for 109. Use phase to make the platform on the left appear and the arrow crate to bounce to the one box up higher. Then, when making your way up to this phase platform, there's a detour to the left for 3 boxes. Break these 3 boxes before the 5th checkpoint box to reach 120. After this, there is only one box left to worry about, which you can get by taking this path. Then this is what I did to make it back down. Strike the Nitro switch crate, and with 136 boxes, the box gem is yours. Near the beginning of Hit the Road, keep an eye out for this platform here with a lone iron arrow crate, as you'll need to walk towards the camera for a set of boxes. And at the transition from 2D to 3D, head towards the camera yet again for 3 boxes. If you hit the first checkpoint before the boxes like I do here, your box count should be at 20. Nothing of note on the way to the second checkpoint, get there with 29 boxes, and smash this group before jumping onto the bonus platform. In the bonus, make sure to slam these steel boxes before hitting the exclamation mark crate. The rest of it is pretty straightforward. At the end you should see a box count of 58. Pick up all the boxes on your way to the 3rd checkpoint for 67. Very few boxes before the 4th checkpoint, which should bring you to 70. From here it gets a little more complicated. Use the phase power here to get the phase box under this nitro crate. Then wait for the moving platform to come back before jumping on the TNT. Once you're up here, slide jump to this platform, then a careful slide and double jump is necessary to get up to the top where you will find 2 boxes and the hidden gem. After this, go back down and hit the 5th checkpoint for what should be 78 boxes. Thankfully, there aren't any hidden boxes between the checkpoint and the chase sequence. Just be sure to jump on top of this stack of steel crates here, and you can move on to the next checkpoint without fear of missing any boxes, as the vehicle will smash any ones you miss. After breaking the 6th checkpoint, you should be on 121. Before moving forward, here is where the green gem can easily be acquired. Just attack the bin on the left to make a controller pop out. Then attack the controller until the RC car destroys the nitro and reveals the green gem. Once again, none of the boxes are missable in this chase sequence, even though some seem like they should be. You should end off with 168 boxes. With truck stopped, we have our first Torna level, if you're going in order. For Torna, the hardest part is spotting all of the boxes in the background that she can hit with her grappling hook, so I'll be pointing all of those out. There's one at the very start to the left on a rock. On the next platform, there's one off to the right. After you're across, there is one at the top of the wall jumping section to the left. Fall down to the right and jump across to the second bounce crate without breaking the first. There is a box off to the right to nab before making your way back. After bouncing on the crates surrounding the nitro, you'll be at the first checkpoint and should have 22 boxes. Ahead, there are some boxes to the left and some floating TNT to the right, with a box in the distance that can be reached from the rightmost TNT crate. After zipping forward, jump high atop the TNT crate and double jump to reach the upper platform, where you'll find another box in the distance on a branch. Don't forget to break the boxes on the floor before taking the rope. Across here, there's another box to get with a hook shot. At the top, walk back towards the camera here for the hidden gem and some boxes. Hook shot across and carefully jump across to the left for a box before finally hitting the second checkpoint for 49 boxes. For this next part, proceed a bit until you get to the exclamation mark crate. In the distance here is a box for you to hook shot. Then go back and grab the 3 newly revealed crates. Carry on to the left and before jumping on the conveyor belt, move towards the camera for 2 hidden boxes. After this, you should be switching to Crash or Coco with 60 boxes. Just like the last level, you don't have to worry about missing any boxes here. After the 3rd checkpoint, you'll want 121 boxes. The final stretch of the level is the exact same as the level before, but with some nitro crates to avoid. You should finish with 193 boxes. Next up is Booty Calls. Heading to the first checkpoint, there are only two things to look out for. This wooden arrow crate here leads to a box up in the sky. And if you spin attack this enemy here, he might fly into one of these nitro crates. Just keep that in mind, as if he does, your box count will be slightly higher than what is shown. If he doesn't hit one of the nitros, you should reach the first checkpoint with 26 boxes. Getting on the rope here, a lot of dropping, climbing and swinging is needed to get all of the boxes. It might be a good idea to watch this part of the video a couple times and memorize the box placement before trying yourself. You want to get off the rope with 65 boxes. At the split path ahead, go down the left path to start off with and stop at the part with the flamethrower crates. After taking them out, go back on yourself and take the right path, destroying all of the boxes that you see before heading inside for the second checkpoint at 103 boxes. Jump on the bonus platform to the left. It's quite an easy bonus stage. Just remember to go back to the left and break the steel crates after activating the nitro switch crate. 125 should be the box count at the end. Continuing on, there are some boxes to the right here in the lower area, and if you want the hidden gem, you can jump on the platform heading south to find it inside a treasure chest. Coming to the water section, hit the exclamation mark crate to make the outlines behind you turn into boxes. Get those and the 4 on the right side before moving on to the third and final checkpoint with 141. The rest of the boxes are clearly visible. Head into the vault with 173 boxes to claim your booty. If you're going through the levels in order, welcome to your first Dingo Dial level, Thar He Blows. Don't be intimidated by the box count, as most of the boxes in Dingo Dial's levels come in big clusters. All of the boxes preceding the first checkpoint box are clearly visible, but if you'd like to snag the level's hidden gem, then here is where you can find it. Smash the checkpoint for your 74th box. Just past the checkpoint you should spot the 2 boxes close to the camera, and then before you know it, Dingo Dial's section is over, and Crash and Coco will find themselves with 141 boxes. Ahead, there is one lone box sitting above the camera that can be gotten in 3 ways. Either spin attack the enemy and hope that it hits it, jump from the TNT crates, or I believe you can just do a sliding double jump to get it. Blow up the rest of the TNT here and proceed forward. Like the last level, you want to take the left path and stop after destroying the set of flamethrower crates. Then head back and up the right path. At the end, go back left, taking out or avoiding the enemies to break the last 2 flamethrower crates. Finally, smash the second checkpoint box for 178. Break these first 2 boxes on top of the nitro crates and ignore the Aku Aku for now, and ride the platform to the bonus room. This bonus is quite a bit tougher than the one before, but remember, you can try as many times as you want without voiding the requirement for the relic. Run forward and quickly make it over to the other side before the TNT blows up. Then use the bouncing iron crate to get up and slam the steel crate. Get to the end and activate the exclamation mark crate before heading back to the start to pick up the rest of the boxes, making sure to jump high on this crate to get the one up top. Making it back to the end might seem impossible, but it can be done with a well-timed slide double jump. Finishing the bonus will leave you with 203 boxes broken. Now grab the Aku Aku mask before continuing to the water section. The exclamation mark crate is at the start this time, and you should be able to see all of the boxes that you need to smash. The flamethrower crates do make it harder, but if you wait long enough, a good opening should eventually appear. Just be patient. Upon reaching the checkpoint, you should have 243 boxes. Just like last time, all of the boxes from here to the end are perfectly visible, although there is this one tricky part here. Either crouch and double jump to get on top of the boxes, or time a spin attack so you can destroy the top ones and land back on the bridge. You should greet the end with 283 boxes, and it should greet you with a box gem, and maybe an insanely perfect relic. Hook, Line and Sinker is a Torna only level with an easy box gem. Be sure to grab this box with the hook shot at the very beginning, as well as this one here. Slam the very middle of this set of steel crates to break them all. Hookshot this box before the first checkpoint that you should reach with 42 out of 100 boxes already. After wall jumping up, the hidden gem can be easily seen up on this ledge. After the next wall jumping part, hookshot or kick the iron crate in the background before slamming in the middle of this set of steel crates, and hookshot the Aku Aku box. Hookshot across this gap here and you should spot another box in the background before getting the second checkpoint with 58 boxes. After swinging across this rope, there's yet another box in the background. If you break these boxes before the third checkpoint, you should have 66 boxes after doing so. The box in the background here is easy to spot and can be got with the hookshot from the stable platform. Make your way to the fourth and final checkpoint box, but hookshot this box out to the right before breaking the checkpoint. After doing so, you should have 83. Head all the way to the left here, jumping across the boxes to hookshot the box way out here. Be sure to leave enough boxes to make it back. Shortly after that, there's a rope to go down. Try not to do what I do here. You want to press the R2 or RT button to get the box before you jump, or you might accidentally die. Then, after flinging yourself from the last rope, use the hookshot in midair to hit the 100th box and get the gem. Next up is Jetboard Jetty. You can't obtain all the boxes in this level without first finding the green gem. If you don't have it yet, go to this timestamp to find out where to get it. There's nothing of note leading up to the first checkpoint. Break these boxes before it for a box count of 33. Continue to the second checkpoint past the jetboard for 42 boxes and go left for the bonus. Here we have a straightforward bonus round. Just time your jumps to avoid death. Afterwards you should be at 71 boxes. Once again, no hidden boxes before the third checkpoint, break it for 83. For this next part you'll need to keep up with the raft while breaking the boxes. The only part that might give you trouble is this part with the bounce crates. Just spin them to make quick work of them. Jump on top of these crates here for the hidden gem and then break the fourth checkpoint. From here the box count can either be 104 or 106. I'm not sure why, but sometimes something causes the two nitro crates from the raft section to break even if you don't see or hear it. That's what causes the differing box count. As long as you have either 104 or 106 at this point, you're on the right track. Run to the right to smash these boxes before getting on the jetboard. At the end, hit the checkpoint for either 117 or 119 boxes, before climbing aboard the green gem platform. All of the boxes on this path are in plain sight, just keep an eye on the cannons in the background and try not to get hit by them. You should be aiming to have 139 or 141 boxes when you arrive at the green gem platform on the other side. Ahead, there is this part here with a phased arrow crate. Bounce on it before destroying it for 2 boxes above the screen. Just beyond that is a phased exclamation mark crate under a wooden crate, which you don't want to miss. All of the other boxes you shouldn't have trouble with. Slam the steel crates before the checkpoint and you should be at either 173 or 175 boxes. What's strange is that just by standing here and doing nothing, a random box gets destroyed. This happened to me twice. My only guess is that a cannon later in the level is breaking a box before you can get there. Whatever the case may be, once again there aren't any hidden boxes within the jetboard section, so just progress to the next checkpoint. On your way though, do try to time your entrance to each new section so that the mines line up with the rat enemies. Break the 7th and final checkpoint for 190 or 192 boxes. Take out Louise, hit the nitro switch crate, and that's the gem, 196 boxes. Our next level is Give It a Spin. Every box up to the first checkpoint is easy to spot, apart from this one up here just before the checkpoint. After the checkpoint you should already have 53 boxes. After the TNT, jump 2 platforms to the right to find the hidden gem and a bunch of hidden boxes. Then move on to the second checkpoint with 99 boxes. After Crash or Coco do their little astonished look thing, do a sliding double jump to the right for the exclamation crate tucked away in the corner. Just ahead in the 2D section is a hidden box above the camera here. You should have no trouble with the rest of the boxes up to and including the third checkpoint, which should bring you up to 128. Nothing hidden up to the bonus platform, get there with 145. Run straight to the end, avoiding all boxes apart from the last TNT crate. Use this bouncing iron crate to reach the exclamation mark crate at the top. On your way back, leave this set of crates intact and use them to get up to the ones above. Then you can go ahead and break everything and use a sliding jump to make it back to the end, where you should reach a total of 176 boxes. Break the fourth and final checkpoint to make that 177. Once again, all of the boxes after this point are within plain sight, so make it to the goal with 212 to get another box gem and hopefully an insanely perfect relic. Onto the Torna portion in Potion Commotion. Right at the very start there's a box to the right to hookshot, one off to the left and one ahead to the left. Get this one on the rock here when jumping to the second lily pad. After hookshotting across you can drop down to the ledge on the right for a hidden gem. Continuing on, there's one box to hookshot here. Time a jump on these man-eating lily pads and hookshot to the right for a box. Hookshot the exclamation mark crate as well as this next box. By the checkpoint you should be on 15. Before going anywhere, there's a hidden box well off to the right. Just turn to the right and press the hookshot button. Before wall jumping up this wall, there's a box to the left. Keep going and you should be at 31 boxes as you change to Crash or Coco. No exclamation mark crate hidden here, so just make your way through the level, breaking all of the easy to spot boxes and reaching the second checkpoint with 62 broken. Continue to the bonus platform where you should have 93 boxes in hand. Just hit everything in your path on the way to the end. Whack the last exclamation mark crate and then head backwards to get the rest. You can make it back to the end again by doing a big sliding double jump off of this platform, which will take the box count up to 120. Then go forward to the third checkpoint and 122 boxes. Before breaking anything here, you need to use this arrow crate to reach this one box up high. Then go ahead and smash everything. The rest of the boxes are in plain sight, but require some carefully timed jumps in order to get without falling into the water. Manage all that, and the level will end with 175 boxes. Draggin On is the level that contains the blue gem. In order to get it, one must make it to the very end of the level without smashing any boxes. So obviously this can't be obtained at the same time as the box gem or the Insanely Perfect Relic. One tip for this is that if you go to the bonus and immediately die, it acts as a checkpoint. But on to the relic, which is one of the easier ones in the game in my opinion. There's nothing of note leading to the first checkpoint, get there with 11 boxes. After the checkpoint, make sure to get both of the boxes above the TNT crate. You should spot these two out to the right as well. The second checkpoint will be your 21st box. Everything is obvious leading up to the third checkpoint box, which will bring you to 51 boxes. Same again, get to the fourth checkpoint with 67 boxes. Don't miss this Aku Aku box before heading over to these TNT crates here. Nothing to worry about after that. The fifth checkpoint should take you up to 83. Head left to be taken to the bonus room. I believe there are a couple ways to get up to this high box here. I do it by jumping off of this box and then activating the spin power in midair to get another big jump. The second high platform can be reached with the spin power alone. After hitting the Nitro switch crate, use the spin power to break the remaining steel crates. Jump onto the end platform to be taken up to 105 boxes. Go to the left in this first alcove to find 12 hidden boxes as well as the hidden gem. Then break all these boxes before hitting the 6th checkpoint to end up on 125 boxes. There's one box at the top of the next alcove here. But everything up to the 7th and final checkpoint is simple. Here you should be at 134. Be patient when avoiding the dragons to make your way up to the final portion of the wall. 5 easy boxes later, you'll reach the level goal with 139 boxes. The first thing I'll say about off balance is do not go for the hidden gem at the same time as the Insanely Perfect Relic, as it is very difficult to obtain and way out of the way. I will show you where the hidden gem is after I've gone over the rest of the level. There's nothing to say about the boxes leading up to the first checkpoint, reach it with 22 boxes. After it, ignore the wall running panels here and slide jump to bounce off of the box in the water to the Aku Aku box on the lily pad. Proceed on the lily pads for the rest of the boxes. Before the second checkpoint, there is a box hidden right in the corner. Then the checkpoint will take you to 36. Remember to stop off inside here for 4 boxes. Then soldier on to the third checkpoint where you should be at 59. Break the few boxes before the bonus to enter it with 63. This bonus round is really easy. Do a standing double jump to make it over this stack of nitros without getting hit, and exit the bonus with 90 boxes. Ahead, keep an eye out for this box here as it can blend into the background. After that, make your way to the fourth checkpoint for 96 boxes. At this next part, try to make a note of if you accidentally blow up any nitro crates, as if you do, your box count will be slightly higher. Head all the way to the left and then get ready to jump back up for these boxes here. And then jump further right for these ones. If you manage to avoid all of the nitro crates, you should be at 106 boxes after hitting the 5th checkpoint. If you manage to hit all of the boxes and avoid all the nitro crates up to the 6th checkpoint, you'll be on 122. This section can be a little tricky, as you'll have to quickly jump and grab the phase boxes, then use phase again to avoid falling to your death. Using phase while inside the box outline will break the boxes immediately, even the steel one, which is very useful. Hit the 7th and final checkpoint for 133 boxes. Use this TNT crate here to launch yourself high enough to reach this box hidden off camera. Going around the bend, there's another box here that blends into the scenery. Continue to the end of the level, timing your jumps for these mid-air boxes. Aku Aku can be very useful for landing on the platforms near the fire burners. 187 boxes at the end will net you the level's box gem. For the hidden gem, make it to the level's 4th checkpoint and fall down to the right of the first wind current. The gem is at the end of this set of difficult platforming challenges. The last jump can be a tough one. Try to time your jump so that you take off right before the drop in order to make it. Next is offbeat. You won't find many boxes heading up this building. Hit the checkpoint for 8 boxes. Straight after that, run towards the camera for 2 hidden ones. There's nothing else hidden before the 2nd checkpoint. Get it to reach 32. At the arrow crate there is a 2nd box on the floor, slightly obscured by the metal beam. Don't worry about hitting these boxes on top of the nitro if you don't want to. Just adjust your box total accordingly. If you do hit them, you'll reach the 3rd checkpoint with 50 boxes. For some reason, the 4th checkpoint is extremely soon after that and it will take you to 53 boxes. At this part here, try to jump on top of the box to jump higher and safely get these 3 boxes up here. Everything else is straightforward. Hit the 5th checkpoint for 100 boxes and enter the bonus round. It's yet another bonus where you have to make it to the end, hit an exclamation mark crate, and then go back again. Don't worry about leaving any boxes to use as platforms, as you can easily make it back with a slide double jump. You should end it with 118 boxes. Don't forget to grab these phase boxes as soon as you exit the bonus. For the hidden gem here, spin away one of the juggling enemies and leave the other one phased out so you can jump over and pick it up. The number you're looking for at the 6th checkpoint is 129. As for these boxes, you can safely leave them if you'd rather do that, but the box count that I show will assume that you get all 4 of them. At this section, don't use the phase ability while you're inside one of these Rayman 1 looking cubes, as it will lead to a death. I prefer getting the boxes up here before dropping to these 3 below. The 7th checkpoint should see you at 149. Next up is a rail grinding part. The ones in this level can be a little difficult, so watch this part of the video a couple times before going ahead and doing it yourself. Also, there is a slight delay between pressing the circle or B button to drop below the ledge and when your character actually drops. Keep that in mind and press the button slightly before you want to drop. At the 8th checkpoint, you should be at 165. Right after is another rail section. Clearing it perfectly and hitting the nitro switch at the end will mean ending with 215 boxes. Next up, home cooking. On the way to the first checkpoint, keep an eye on the foreground for a few groups of boxes that shouldn't be too hard to spot.
Come on, the Bandicoot!
After the Aku Aku box, suck up a TNT barrel and shoot it at the target for the box on top of it. At the next target, you have to use one of the TNT crates to hit it. The first checkpoint is in Dingo's Dino, where you should have 128 boxes. Go around the corner to find some hidden boxes, and you can pick up the hidden gem here if you wish by floating to the platform on the right. Continuing the level as normal, the next target also has to be hit with the TNT crates. Take the time to line up the perfect shot and fire. At the second checkpoint you should be on 188 boxes. At this barrel, pick it up and fire it at the fence on the right to reveal a hidden path. Head on through and break all the boxes. The next target can be hit with the barrel. Break all the boxes surrounding the third checkpoint before hitting the checkpoint itself for 248. If you ran into any of the Nitro boxes, it might be higher, but that's nothing to worry about. Use the TNT barrel to blow up the wheel, revealing an exclamation mark crate. Hit that and grab the boxes on the left. Use the barrel to blow up the next two sets of Nitros before continuing to the fourth checkpoint and 290 boxes. The first set of floating boxes can be sucked up, but you have to use the barrel here in order to get these 4 floating boxes. Suck up these boxes to the right here before using the TNT barrel to hit the final target. Carry on to the 5th and final checkpoint where you'll have 322 boxes if you avoided every Nitro crate. I messed up and hit 2 on this run, that's why mine says 324 here. Head in, take out the enemies and blow everything up to reach 398 boxes and the gem. The beginning of Run It Bayou is quite complicated. Off the bat, grab the 2 boxes on the right and jump on the TNT for a hidden box above it. Then there are 2 hidden boxes behind the ledge on the left, 2 on the right, 1 down from that, and 2 on the left at the bottom. You should be on 10 boxes at this point. Then hit the exclamation mark crate and scoop up all the timed boxes. After that you need to slide jump over to this platform here. Use the boxes to get over to the other side, leaving enough intact to get back. Jump on top of these boxes for the yellow gem, which you will need later. Then make your way back to dry land, breaking all of the boxes that you left before. Finally, you're free to take the jetboard. Be sure to smash every box on your way to the end, including all of the timed boxes, but don't touch any of these boxes here. Get the first checkpoint to lock in your 39 boxes that you should have at this point. Now use the boxes that you left before to make it to this wall, again leaving enough of the boxes alone so that you can make it back. Make it to this box here and then make your way back again, breaking all of the boxes this time. Carry on the level as normal. You can make it to these time crates by simply doing a single jump across each barrel, not a double jump. By the bonus, you should have 66 boxes. In the bonus, jump over the TNT crates and use the arrow crate to jump all the way over to this box before hitting the exclamation mark crate. Jump on the TNT crate here and quickly make your way back to the time crates at the start. Now you can go ahead and destroy the rest of these boxes. Jump on the ones up top, hit the Nitro Switch crate and leave with 88 boxes. At the second checkpoint you should find yourself on 95. For the hidden gem, strike this hidden exclamation mark crate behind the barrel here. Go backwards to the edge of this bridge here and jump to the right for the gem. I wouldn't attempt this on your run for the relic. Most of the boxes in the jetboard section are easy to spot, apart from this one tucked in the corner. When Crash or Coco do their surprise look thing, check your box count. It should be at 127. At this next part, you have to break all of the boxes while also keeping up with the hovercraft. I'll show the whole thing so that you know what to look out for. Thankfully, the box positions are pretty straightforward with nothing hiding off camera. Use the TNT crate here to bounce up to the box above. Break these, then hit the checkpoint for 216. The start of this jetboard section is difficult as you can't drive back up the waterfall, but there is a trick that you can use. After the first 6 boxes, approach the first Wumpa fruit. Then quickly turn around and hold the square button on PlayStation or the X button on Xbox to boost towards the current. This slows your descent and makes it easier to grab these boxes. For the rest of it, you can turn around and go back on yourself if you miss a box, so the only hard part is avoiding taking damage. Finish the level with 272 boxes for the gem. And we're back here again for Dingo Darl's version of the level, no Dillo Dallying. Follow what I do at the start here to make sure you get all 37 boxes. Don't worry about catching up with the hovercraft at this point, just jump off and gather up all the boxes. I like to blow up all of the nitro crates here so that they don't get in the way. This last staircase of boxes here can be a bit finicky. You can float out to them if you miss them. Now, you should have 137 boxes after the checkpoint, but for some reason, every time I got to this bit, an enemy at the end of the alleyway shoots the Aku Aku crate, even though I'm nowhere near them. So the count might read 138. In any case, blow up the nitro carrying enemy before greeting the hovercraft again. I also like to blow up every nitro crate in this section to make it easier, except for that last lot which you can't destroy, but the enemy will do that for you anyway. Break the second checkpoint here for 235 boxes already. You can hover to the hidden gem on the left here if you so desire. Moving right, I would leave these sets of 4 nitro crates as they are, as they're not really in the way, whereas the rest have to be blown up to progress. Switching to Crash or Coco, you want to be at 318 boxes. Once again, I'll show you the whole of this hovercraft section, which is a bit tougher this time around as you have to use a few lower boxes to bounce the higher ones. Hit the checkpoint with 418 boxes and get ready for the jetboard section. Turn around when approaching the first Wumpa fruit and boost to slow your descent, making it easier to hit all of the boxes. After the nitro crates, the current slows down, and you can freely turn around wherever to grab any boxes if you miss them. 502 boxes will grant you the gem. Our next level is Snow Way Out. Slow down time for these timed boxes near the start and pretty much all of the timed boxes in this level. Hit the first checkpoint for 17 boxes. Proceed to the bonus with 35 boxes in hand. The path through the bonus is pretty obvious, but it might take you a couple tries to do it without slipping off. Ending it should bring you to 68. After Cortex blows up the ship, there is a tower to the left containing a lone box. Head to the second checkpoint for 79 boxes. Here's where things pick up a bit. Ride a snow chunk until it takes you to a single box floating in the water. Cross over this ice platform to reach a group of boxes as well as this level's hidden gem. Grab the one box on this boat and then head over to the left. Bounce on the arrow crate for 6 boxes. Ahead there is a gap in the waterfall. Enter it for some more hidden boxes. Then finally grab the third checkpoint where you should have 105. Use these timed iron crates to reach a box above. After that, there is a box on the platform above which is easiest to get to using the platforms on the left. And just like that, we're at the 4th checkpoint and 108 boxes. And not far to go to the 5th and final checkpoint where you should have 122. This is another tricky section. Cross over and ride the platforms back a little bit to this box here. There's a box sitting behind this enemy. Then make your way to the right to the boxes on this platform, and then left once again to these ones. Ride the boat to the other side, and the only hidden ones now are these 4 behind the waterfall. So make your way up the wall to the exit with 153 boxes for the gem. Here we have Dr. Neo Cortex's first level in Ship Happens. After an easy opening, the first checkpoint will be your 6th box. This part is a bit of a maze, so it will be easier to just show you the path to take. Here's where you can also pick up this level's hidden gem. Be sure to bounce high up here to hit the box. And then go for the 2nd checkpoint where you should be at 27 boxes. There is only one box between that and switching to Crash or Coco. For this box, I find it easiest to grab it and then go back to solid ground before continuing. The 3rd checkpoint will bring you to 33 boxes. For this next part, you once again want to ride the platforms to the single box out here. Then hit the exclamation mark crate and go back to the left for the box that appears. Cross the ice platform to the right and use the last TNT crate to jump up and hit the box before escaping to the left. Grab the 2 boxes on the right, then jump to the left. Use one of the boxes to bounce up to the arrow crate, then use that to bounce to a box above that. After that, you can destroy them all. Break the 2 visible boxes in front, then head into the waterfall for an exclamation mark crate, which will reveal a couple more boxes, including another exclamation mark crate, which will reveal the rest of the boxes. Carefully jump on the TNT to blow them all up. If you manage to pull all of that off, you should knock out the 4th checkpoint box with 76 boxes. In the 2D part, there is a tricky set of timed crates to grab, as well as this high box up here. Past that, we have the 5th checkpoint crate for 92 boxes. Ahead of this, I don't bother with the bounce crate below the nitro as it's not worth the risk. Proceed to the 6th checkpoint, which should give you 105 boxes. Ride the platform backward to the 1st exclamation mark crate and break the boxes that appear. The 2nd exclamation mark crate is behind this enemy and the 3rd is to the right. Break the box that appears before heading back into the left. You can safely ignore the boat here and just slide jump to the 1st of these timed crates, then carry on and grab them all. If you fail, like I did here, you could make it back with the boat. There are 4 hidden boxes behind the waterfall in this level too. Heading up the wall, make sure not to break this arrow crate before jumping up to the Aku Aku box. After that, you're pretty much home free. Make it through this tough level in one go with 176 boxes to get your relic. Stay Frosty is not nearly as long as those last 2 levels. The only thing to really look out for before the 1st checkpoint is this set of boxes here, as there is an arrow crate within them that needs to be used to reach a box above. Also, right after, there is one box that appears on every other one of these platforms, so wait for it to show up before advancing. The 1st checkpoint should see you to 34 boxes and a split path. Firstly, take the right path and clear it out with boxes. Then carry on to the left. Before taking the Rhine Growl, pick up the lone box on the stairs. As for the Rhine Growl, the box positions aren't too bad. At this last part with the iron crate, you have to wait for all of them to appear before slowing down time, or you'll miss some. Hit the second checkpoint before the surrounding boxes for a total of 67. Then grab the ones to the right and left of it before continuing. At this part here, you have to use the arrow crate to bounce high and to the left to reach these boxes here. Moving on, there are 2 boxes here that can be reached with a sliding double jump. Reach the bonus platform with 93 boxes. During the bonus round, there's this part here where you have to slow down time bouncing on the nitro crates and reach this box here before the outlines are filled with iron crates. After that, destroy the rest of the boxes, including the last nitro crate, to end the bonus with 112 boxes total. Then go forward to break the third and final checkpoint for 113. The first thing to do now is cross the water and jump up here, destroying the boxes. Then do a long slide jump to the left to bounce on the floating box and continue left to the hidden gem. You can also break the boxes here if you wish. That's the end of the hard to find boxes. Get to the goal with 137 for your gem. And now we arrive at one of the hardest insanely perfect relics in the game. Bears repeating. In order to even have a shot at the box gem, you first need to have acquired the yellow gem from the level Run It Bayou. Go to this timestamp in the video to find out how to get it if you haven't already. Because of how the level ends, I strongly suggest you don't try to get this relic on your first try, as the end will require some practice to nail perfectly. Anyhow, let's begin at the beginning. There's nothing of note here before the first checkpoint. You should have 46 boxes when you get there. The same goes for this next part. The only thing hidden is the hidden gem that can be found on this ledge here. Arriving at the yellow gem platform, you should be on 62 boxes. This gem path is a clear callback to the bridge levels of Crash 1. But don't worry, it's nowhere near as hard as those in the Insane trilogy. And all the boxes are clearly visible. You should have 70 by the end of it. Run ahead to the second checkpoint for 71. At this 2D part with the scales and falling ice platforms, there is a box over to the right that you have to get before continuing left. The third checkpoint is after the nitro crates and will take you to 134 boxes. A quick note, for whatever reason, I would sometimes arrive at this checkpoint with one box missing. I have no idea if it was one of the nitro crates or what. If it was one of the nitro crates, then it would be okay to carry on, but because I couldn't tell, I would just restart. If you do have 134, progress to the bonus. Thankfully this one is quite easy. Slow down time as you hit the first exclamation mark crate to make it to the other side. Jump across these boxes to the last box and then back again, hitting every single one. Get on top of the exclamation mark crate and slide jump to the left for the boxes up high. Don't forget to hit the nitro crate before exiting the bonus with 163 boxes. Okay, so now we're at the hard part. The part with Polar is essentially an auto scroller. You have one shot to get all of the boxes. Miss one and you have to restart the whole level. Not only that, but Polar is kind of hard to control and has a very small hitbox. This is why it takes practice. I suggest watching this part of the video once and then trying it for yourself multiple times until you can hit every box. It's not really enough just to watch it or for me to explain which buttons to press for each box. You have to get a feel for it yourself. What I did was on any attempt that I missed a box, I would take an intentional death and practice hitting every box again, rather than just restarting the whole level every time. Luck is a big factor. You might get it on your third try or your 30th, but keep at it and it will happen. If you manage to hit all of the boxes, you will have 204 at the fourth checkpoint.
I'm having fun, can you tell?
And 237 at the end of the level. Best of luck. Now time to do it again in building bridges. Look out for this box on the right that can be broken with the hook shot. And this box here on the left. Most of the boxes are in plain sight, but if you want the hidden gem, then simply walk towards the camera at this part. Get to the first checkpoint with 40 boxes. All of the boxes leading up to the switch to Coco or Crash are within plain sight. You should get there with 53. And at the second checkpoint you should have 92. Blow up the TNTs and head to the bonus.
Oh, how I missed.
At the start, scrape the side of the upper nitro crates to blow them up. Then blow up this one and make your way up to the exclamation mark box. Break all of the boxes it reveals. Blow up the next two one by one, then use the third to bounce up to the boxes above. Afterward, you should hit 121. Now we have the section with Polar again, only it's a little different this time. The advice from the last level remains the same. Watch the video, practice the route yourself, and then attempt to do it all in one go. Your box total should be at 173 at the third checkpoint.
I'm having fun. Can you tell?
And 228 at the end. If you're coming to a blast to the past from the last two levels, then breathe a sigh of relief, as this level is way easier. The start of the level has a few hard to see boxes, starting with this one behind this big pink and purple plant. Before the nitro crates, bounce on this enemy to get to the two hidden ones up top. If you pick up the box in between the nitros, you should be at the first checkpoint with 19 boxes. Then it's time for some grinding. This one isn't too difficult, and luckily it's at the start of the level, so if you have to restart, you aren't losing too much progress. Hit the second checkpoint for 31 boxes. Leisurely move on to the third checkpoint at 41 boxes, and jump straight onto the bonus platform. For this one, jump straight over to the bounce crates without breaking them and speed through the timed boxes to reach the exclamation mark crate. Wait a second on the edge for another one to appear and hit that too. Then make your way all the way back to the left, breaking all of the visible boxes that remain. Slide jump back and activate the time boxes to finish off this bonus round with 64. Continuing on, get to and activate the exclamation mark crate, causing two boxes to appear behind you as well as another exclamation mark crate. Blow up the nitro and slam the box. Use Aku Aku or slow down time to blow up the nitro here and break the steel crate. It's best to ignore this set of bounce crates here as to not accidentally hit the nitros. At the fourth checkpoint you should be at 94 boxes. Jump on the box here to enter another rail grinding section. Jump early here for the hidden gem. That'll bring you to the end with 110 boxes. Fossil Fueled is a relatively short Cortex solo level. At the very start, move towards the camera for a cheekily placed box. There's another cheeky box behind this fallen tree. Turn these enemies into bouncy platforms to reach the boxes up high. In the fog below this stump is where you'll find the hidden gem. I like to blow up all of the nitro crates in my path, which adds to the box count total. For this box, you need to transform the plant into a bouncy platform and shoot at it. If you're struggling to reach it, change the plant back and try again, as it might change the height of the platform. Make sure not to miss this box here.
Ooh, bouncy.
Then destroy the rest of the boxes and hit the checkpoint for what should be 42. This is another Cortex maze which is hard to describe, so I'll show you the path to take that will get you all the boxes and you can follow along. After the maze and the second checkpoint, the box total should be at 61. Only easy boxes up to the third checkpoint where you should be at 73. On this big mushroom, be sure to shoot this box before dropping down. And don't miss this one on the left when going up. Besides that, the rest shouldn't give you much trouble. 101 boxes will earn you the box gem. Our next level is Dino Dash. Collect all of the easy to spot boxes leading up to the first checkpoint for 16 boxes. Grab onto the vine and prepare for a row section. Here is what you are aiming for. "33 boxes should be your count after the second checkpoint. Like with the other chase sequences, don't worry about hitting every box, as the dinosaur will break them anyway. After that, you can either try and use the bottom arrow crate to bounce onto the top arrow crate to hit a hidden box above, or bounce high on the bottom one, double jump and then do a body slam to reach it. Break the third checkpoint for 64 boxes. After the fourth checkpoint and approaching the bonus, you should be on 74. At the beginning, just keep hitting the exclamation mark crates as they appear along with any boxes. Then one will spawn at the start. After getting it, make your way to the end destroying everything and remember to go back for the 2 steel crates. Your reward will be a box total of 112. While grinding on the vine, be sure to jump for these few boxes and spin the pair at the end. Again, don't worry about the boxes during the chase. Coming to the 5th checkpoint, you want to be on 133. The hidden gem is tucked behind this rock here. This next part isn't difficult in terms of boxes, but just making it in one piece can be a challenge. Remember that the slide can go quite far in mid-air before you have to jump out of it. Use that to your advantage. At the 6th and final checkpoint, your box count should be 142. Once again, you can get away with missing boxes during the dinosaur chase. Just make it through, attack the Nitro Switch crate, and pick up the box gem with 159 boxes. And maybe an Sanely Perfect Relic too if you did it in one go. Dingo's section in Rock Blocked extends the time of the last level by quite a bit. When you get to the TNT barrel, use it on one group of boxes to the left and one to the right. At the corner, you need to suck up one of the TNT crates and use it on the lone box in the background. Then use one of the next 2 TNTs on another box in the background. At the set of 3 TNT crates, shoot the first one away, As for the second two, you want to shoot one to the left and one to the right to hit two hidden boxes. If you miss either one, it's possible to hover to them, but that's a bit more dangerous. South of here is where you'll find the hidden gem. Smash the boxes and take out the enemies near the first checkpoint before breaking it for what should be 64 boxes. Before moving on, use a TNT barrel to shoot this group of 4 boxes off to the right. At the next barrel, there are a few boxes for you to shoot in the background. After that, you can safely make your way to the second checkpoint and a box count of 86. When heading left, there are a few boxes to get on this platform here. After that, drop down here for 2 more. Then drop down to the right to carry on to the second checkpoint, where you should be on 119. The rest of Dingo Dar's boxes are obvious. When switching to Crash or Coco, you want to be on 149. Immediately, you'll find this TNT crate with 2 boxes above it. Crouch jump for the second one. These boxes and the 4th checkpoint will bring you to 155. For the timed boxes, just jump from one to the next. Ignore the moving platforms. Shortly after that is the 5th checkpoint, where you should be at 170 before entering the bonus. The start isn't too different. Get the 2 exclamation mark crates at the top and break all the boxes that appear. This part can be a little difficult. You need to bounce off the next crate onto the center box and then slam the arrow box low enough so that you don't hit the nitro above it. It may take a few tries. Then blow up the stack of boxes to the right with the TNT and use the iron arrow crate to jump on top of the steel crates. Hit the last 2 flamethrower crates and the nitro switch, and that should be all of them, bringing you to 212. Next up we have the grind rail, where you'll need to time some jumps and spins for boxes. This is followed by a chase where you can safely ignore the boxes. At the 6th checkpoint, your box count should read 253, or sometimes it's 254. I think the dinosaur must miss a nitro crate sometimes, but it is definitely a nitro crate, so if you have either of these 2 numbers, you're on the right track. Utilize the incredible power of the slide jump to make it through the lava section and arrive at the 7th checkpoint with 275 or 276 boxes. Leg it to the end, leaving the dinosaur to pick up the boxes here, and then for some reason there's an exclamation mark crate here which spawns some boxes. Whatever, grab those, hit the nitro switch crate, and the level will end with 317 boxes smashed. Next up is the first of the space levels, out for launch. Nothing to report leading up to the first checkpoint, where you should be at 35 boxes. Just to the left behind this pipe you can pick up the hidden gem. And there aren't any hidden or hard to reach boxes before the second checkpoint, which should take you to 49. Straight after the checkpoint, reverse gravity and slide to the left here for this box. Hit the 3rd checkpoint after breaking these boxes for 65. The grind rail sections in this level are short and fairly easy, just follow what I do here for the boxes. You don't really have to risk dropping down for the golden water fruit if you'd rather not. A vast majority of the boxes in this level really aren't hard to spot, break the 4th checkpoint for 94. Then there's another short and simple grind rail section. These enemies right here are really annoying when going for the Sanely Perfect Relic, as they lock onto you. Bait them from a distance to avoid their shots. Then head to the bonus round. Just make your way down to the end, smashing everything in your path. The exclamation mark crate creates more nitro crates, which will get blown up by the nitro switch crate. At the end you should be on 137. The 5th checkpoint is right ahead and will bring you to 138. Again, bait all these enemies here into shooting before taking them out. But be careful with the second one, as you can't really bait him from off screen. One final round grind will bring you to the end with 189 boxes. Shipping Era is the same level as before, but opening with a more difficult Cortex section. After entering 2D, shoot the exclamation mark crate in the background. As you fall down the gap, blast through the boxes to make it up here. Then blow up the boxes on the right and go back to the far left to drop down. Drop to the ledge for the hidden gem. By the first checkpoint you want to be on 36 boxes. Shoot the 2 boxes to the right before moving on. Blow up everything in the next corridor, then grab these 2 boxes floating in mid-air before moving on. After destroying these nitro crates and hitting the second checkpoint, you should be on 57 boxes. Once again, we have another maze-like sequence for Cortex. Luckily this time around there aren't any hidden boxes, so you should spot them all as you make your way to the top. Upon switching to one of the bandicoots, you should be on 70 boxes. The grind rail section comes straight away. After that, be careful when jumping out for this box and jump back to safety. Also, be careful at this wall running part as you don't have an aku-aku for safety in this level. Jump out towards the TNT crate here and back to safety to watch them detonate. And the third checkpoint should take you up to 98 boxes. Take the rail, which is only slightly different from the last level thanks to the 2 additional boxes at the end, which, if you do miss, are probably close enough to where you get off that you might be able to jump back for. Then get past these annoying enemies to the bonus. The first few boxes you can just leave as they're adjacent to nitro crates anyway. Here you have to reverse gravity and spin the arrow boxes to avoid bouncing into the nitros. Don't forget to break the steel crates like I did here. Bounce on this TNT and then immediately switch gravity. For these exclamation mark crates, you need to bounce on each one and then flip gravity to avoid the nitro. After all that, hit the nitro switch and that should be all of them, taking you to a total of 163 boxes. And the 4th checkpoint will take you to 164. The end of the level is mostly the same as the last one, but with some more boxes to break and nitro crates to avoid. Take the route to the end of the level where you'll be rewarded with a box gem if you manage to get all 230. Next up we have Stowing Away. You should very easily be able to make it to the first checkpoint with 16 boxes. The same can be said for the second checkpoint, apart from this one part where you'll need to reverse gravity to go into the ceiling. To the right is an exclamation mark crate and to the left is the hidden gem. The checkpoint should see you to 32 boxes. Keep going to the third checkpoint for 38 boxes. Keep an eye on these boxes ahead, as I believe you only have one shot to get them, or at least it would be harder without the aid of the platform. The 4th checkpoint will take you up to 49. Clear out this entire room of boxes and enemies before jumping onto the bonus platform with 75 boxes. After jumping on the first TNT, you'll need to time a jump to land on the TNT that spawns before it is covered in iron crates. After that, go ahead and quickly blow up this TNT as well as this next one, before slamming these boxes to activate all of the exclamation mark crates. Then use these bounce crates to help you reach the end and hit the nitro switch crate. All that's left to do then is go back and pick up the remaining boxes. Leaving the bonus will put you to 109. There aren't any hard boxes to worry about leading up to the 5th checkpoint where you should have 124. And the same goes for the rest of the level. 152 boxes is what it takes to get this level's box gem. Now we come to what is, in my opinion, the absolute hardest insanely perfect relic in the entire game, Crash Landing. Like with bears repeating and building bridges, I do not recommend going for this one on your first try. You'll need both a solid understanding of the level and have to practice it a bit before you even stand a chance. You also need to have first obtained the blue gem from Draggin On in order to get all the boxes in this level. Go to this timestamp to find out how to get it. Are you ready? Let's get started. Good news is that the only hidden box before the first checkpoint is off to the left during the part with the big turtle things. After hitting the checkpoint you should be on 17 boxes. Then there's nothing hidden leading up to the second, smash it for 31. Here's where things get a bit interesting. The parts where you're riding this alien creature thing, who is known as a schnurgle, are a lot like the polar sections from Bears Repeating. I once again stress that these parts will take practice to get comfortable with. Use this video to get an idea of the path and then give it a spin yourself until you manage to get every box in one run. You should have hit them all if you reach the checkpoint with 56 boxes. Now break every crate and jump on the blue gem platform. If you manage to keep all of your Aku Akus to this point, you can charge straight through this enemy here, let go of the controls and fall straight down. After that, go right to the exclamation mark crate and back again for 4 boxes. On the next platform, head towards the camera for 3 more boxes. Ahead, smash these boxes under the Nitro crate. At this part here, I prefer to just double jump over the enemies rather than weave between them. At the end of this path you want to see a box count of 93. Keep moving ahead towards the bonus. This one's fairly straightforward. Just use the gravity power up to grab all the boxes as you move through. These 40 boxes should take you up to 136. After the next 2D section, be careful of this bit, as if you jump too high you can actually die, as the part of the screen at the top that kills you during the anti-gravity section is still active. Just bounce high to hit the bottom of the crate and then don't bounce high again. Once you break the 4th checkpoint you should be on 152 boxes. If you want the hidden gem, go forward and grab the quantum mask. Then head back just past this enemy and reverse gravity to find it. After activating the Nitro switch crate, flip gravity for a box above it. At this part, either break the bounce crates with a spin or use anti-gravity to get below them and bounce on them. The second way is a little easier, but you're also dangerously close to the death trigger down there. So if you jump a little too high or double jump, it could lead to an unexpected death. This box here also tripped me up a couple times, as sometimes I find the double jump just didn't go off here if I waited too long. So do a quick double jump here for this box. At the 5th checkpoint you should be on 180 boxes. Now it's time for a difficult and lengthy auto scroller. Again, practice, practice, practice. Figure out when you need to boost, when you need to hold the jump button. I could tell you where to do these things, but I feel like memorizing that would mess you up more than working it out for yourself. Besides, working it out isn't the hard part. The hard part is getting through it all in one run. You'll know you hit all the boxes in a given section if you have 203 after the 6th checkpoint, (218 after the 7th, and end the level with 234. The first level of the snack dimension is Food Run. For the most part this level is quite straightforward. The hidden gem can be found to the left of the first set of hover cars. All of the boxes up to the first checkpoint are in plain sight. Get there with 14 boxes. Continue to the second checkpoint for 22, and at the 3rd checkpoint you should be on 33. Leap your way over to the 4th checkpoint for 36, and the 5th checkpoint should bring your box count to 104. Now at this part, I don't bother at all with the wall running panels, and instead solely use the gravity power up to make it to the boxes and across to the other side. At the 6th checkpoint you want to be on 120. Make your way left to the bonus round. Compared to the rest of the level, the bonus is a little complicated. Bounce from the TNT to the first Nitro crate, slowing down time to blow it up, and jump back to the TNT before continuing. Bounce from the next set of Nitros to the TNT, and then slide jump over the TNT on top of the switch crate onto the next set of Nitros. And then onto the bounce crate, but don't break it, as you'll need it later. Use the arrow crate to jump high into the left, and then the nitro crates to continue going up. After activating the last exclamation mark crate, head back to the right, taking out everything that's left. At the end, wait a second for the last nitros to blow up, then exit the bonus round for 158 boxes. At this next part, you can use the walls to stop these robots in their tracks. By the 7th and final checkpoint, you should have 168 boxes. On this next part, I find the wall running can be very finicky. It's hard to explain how, but sometimes you need to approach the panel on the right perfectly to get it to register. This might take a few tries. There's only one phased out box in the middle to get. The box and the switch crate at the end should take you up to 171. Here we have the Dingo Dahl and Torna team up level, Rush Hour. At the very beginning, go left and break the 12 boxes here. There isn't much to look out for after that. Just use the TNT crates to destroy any box carrying robots. On this roof, however, there is a box hidden in the corner on this ledge. And on the next roof, you need to walk towards the camera for some boxes. Don't chance getting the box between the Nitro and Iron crate, it's not worth it. The Aku Aku is though. At the first checkpoint you should already have 150 boxes. At this part here, there's a path to the left which you can hover to for a bunch of boxes. Try to take out this robot with a TNT crate before it hits you. Quickly suck up and shoot these TNTs before the platform falls. And at the second checkpoint you should have 225 boxes. For this next part you need to quickly suck up the boxes in the background while avoiding the robots carrying nitro crates. What I like to do when I get to the solid platforms is shoot these TNT crates off to the right to try to destroy the nitros that are off camera. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I do the same thing on this platform. This part is nearly impossible to avoid taking a hit, so I take an intentional one when all of the robots gather close. If you want the hidden gem, then don't take the elevator just yet. Instead, work your way over to the right where you can find the gem. When you switch to Torna, check your box count. Even if you follow the guide exactly to this point, the count can differ slightly, as you might have missed some of the nitros from before. My box count at this point was always either 277 or 281, but there's a chance that yours might be 4 boxes lower or higher. If it's exactly 4 lower, there's a good chance that you're still on track, and if it's 4 higher, well, you're definitely on track. Anyway, ignore this box among the nitros as you climb up. On the right here, use the arrow crate to reach this box high up before destroying it. The first of many grind routes in this level only contains a single box. Before jumping onto this platform, get ready to hookshot the exclamation mark crate to the right and then quickly make your way up, destroying all of the timed boxes. At the third checkpoint your box count should be 307 or 311. Follow what I do on this grind rail here. Then hit the 4th checkpoint for 314 or 380. Be careful not to get too close when you knock the next enemy into the TNT. Ahead is another grind rail. You need to time your hookshot well to get both of these. Don't just mash the button, you need to wait for the prompts to appear. At the 5th checkpoint you should have 331 or 335 boxes. Immediately head towards the camera for a bunch of hidden boxes. At this Frogger section there is a single box floating in the air. If you're lucky, the enemy will fly into it. If not, you have to awkwardly jump towards the carriages to get it. You can avoid these top boxes if you like, but not the arrow crate. Here is the final grind rail section. When you finally get to the 6th checkpoint after destroying the nearby boxes, you should be on 386 or 390 boxes. This is the last part of the level. There is only one box left to get, and unfortunately you do have to awkwardly jump from vehicle to vehicle in order to get this one. Hit the nitro switch crate to blow up the many nitros and end the level on 441. The final level is the crate escape, a much shorter level than the last one. Be sure to bounce up high for these boxes here before making it to the first checkpoint with 21 boxes. Everything's within plain sight from here to the second checkpoint. I like to blow up these nitros as I pass. The checkpoint should take you to 34 boxes. Nothing hidden here either. The third checkpoint should see you to 44 boxes. Keep an eye on the passing cars to work out their patterns. This arrow crate will bounce into a box in front of Cortex and an exclamation mark crate behind that activates an arrow crate behind Cortex that you can go back to for the hidden gem. Cortex's jump is bad, so you have to use the TNT here to reach the boxes above them. Hit the 4th checkpoint for 56 boxes. Here you must hold the jump button to reach and break the bounce crate. Shoot the nitro crate afterwards. This part is this level's Cortex maze, but it's not much of a maze compared to the earlier levels. You have to go up this right side anyway, so jump on the TNT as you pass. Climb up a bit and go right for a box. When you get to the 5th and final checkpoint, you should have 72 boxes. Blow up all the nitros before meeting up with the gang and switching to Crash or Coco. Frighteningly, this is another part where you only get one shot. Watch this part of the video to see how I did it. Personally, I avoided using the double jump the entire time as it only led to trouble. If you blew up all the nitros, you don't even need the switch crate to reach 122 boxes for this level's box gem. If you've made it all the way to the final world, congratulations, you're nearly done. The first level is Nitro Processing. Make your way easily to the first checkpoint at 14 boxes. Straight after getting the quantum mask, use it to get here for a hidden box. The next thing to look out for is when you're on this wheel. Ride it all the way round for a box as well as the hidden gem. Try to jump on this wheel right after the nitro goes past and jump for this box here. At the second checkpoint you should be on 30 boxes. When you get to this wheel, stay on it until the boxes stop coming. Then break all of these bouncy crates on the way to the Aku Aku box. At the third checkpoint you'll want to see the number 64. After riding the lift, there's a box slightly obscured by the platform. At the 4th checkpoint you should be at 71.
I'm a stubborn moron who's going to destroy his own future.
By the bonus it should be 77. Just make it to the end, smashing the boxes as you go to end on 99. Make it to the 5th and final checkpoint for 103. At the next wheel, carefully bounce on these boxes in the foreground. And then there's nothing else really to look out for. Break the remaining boxes to clear the level with 135. And here is my personal second hardest Insanely Perfect Relic behind Crash Landed, Toxic Tunnels. In order to get all the boxes in this level, you need all 4 coloured gems. You'll most likely have them at this point, but if not, you can find out where to get them at the following timestamps. Right off the bat, there's 4 hidden boxes behind where you start. At these minecarts, activate the exclamation mark crate on the right, then break the 2 easy to spot boxes and one that's hidden above the camera. After this wall run, there's a box placed behind these nitros which is easy enough to pick up. The first checkpoint is where the fun begins. You should have 41 boxes by this point. Enter the door for a gauntlet of difficult challenges. It's hard to go into this part blind, so I'll show all of my gameplay for this part and point out anything that you need to keep an eye out for. This first room doesn't contain any hidden boxes. Jump on the green platform with 54. There are a couple things to look out for in this room. First thing is this bounce crate down here. For this next jump, I find the easiest thing to do was slide under it and ride the left wall down. You will always land on the edge and can slide to the right from there. Grab the box on top of the left wall before continuing. Spin this enemy into the TNT on the left, before using the TNT stairs on the right to get up top. You should have 82 boxes at the red platform. You need to ride the minecart all the way south for some hidden boxes here. Be careful when getting back on one as they have spikes on the front. Take out these enemies before bouncing to the boxes up top. This makes it easier to land. For the yellow platform you should have 97 boxes. At this part, if you grab onto the bulb, you won't take damage. You can do this easiest from standing on the TNT. Reach the blue platform with 115 boxes. That concludes the worst of it. Ride a minecart here all the way to the bottom, but make sure to jump off before it falls. This is where the hidden gem is, and we get to carry on the level as normal. The rest of the level isn't nearly as hard, though it's not a cakewalk either. A well-timed jump on the swinging platforms will get you this box. And the second checkpoint should be your 122nd box. Nothing special leading up to the third checkpoint and 136th box. To get this box here, go straight for it as soon as the platform comes back. Then reach the 4th checkpoint for 143 boxes and head left for the bonus round. This is quite a tough one, so you might have to use a few of those unlimited tries. Break all the boxes up to here, and then slide jump from here to propel yourself off of this box onto the bounce crate. Break it and spring off onto these TNT crates, and then use the iron arrow crate to reach the end. Use the TNT here to activate the Nitro switch crate, then go back for any stray boxes. Afterward you should be at 187. At the minecarts, ride one to the left for some boxes. Then use one to get up to the right here for a much needed Aku Aku. Be sure to grab all of these boxes here too. There's a single box hanging out all the way to the right. Slide jump off the swing for these boxes on the left. The 6th checkpoint should bring you to 212. Spin this box to set off the TNT. The 7th and final checkpoint will come shortly after, bringing your box total to 226. At this point, you might be super nervous and more prone to an accidental death. Because of this, I'll show you the whole path to the end of the level, and it may give you some tips on how to deal with some of the awkwardly placed enemies and pull off some of the more difficult jumps. If you manage to get to the end with 273 boxes and you did it in one life, you get a big congratulations from me. Next up is the last main level of the game, Cortex Castle. Grab all of the phased boxes to reach the first checkpoint with 8 boxes. On your way right, don't forget the 1 box up here and the 2 down here. At the second checkpoint you should be at 13. At this part with 3 spinning discs, there is a box up above them. Bounce off the Nitro crate here to get this box above them. Get to the bonus with 24 boxes. The beginning of the bonus is difficult but self-explanatory. Here you need to wait for the Nitro to bounce before slowing down time and sliding across the boxes to get up top. Jump up to the exclamation mark crate before jumping down for these 2 boxes. Then go back left and slam through the steel boxes. After that, quickly use the Nitros to bounce to the end where your box count should be 63. When jumping up these discs, it's quickest not to use double jumps. Hit the 3rd checkpoint for 64 boxes. Make your way to the 4th checkpoint, but try to land on the edge of the platform so that you don't lose your mods. This makes it easier to get back after jumping to the left for these boxes. The checkpoint should bring you to 93. There aren't any hidden boxes at this part, but a quick tip is that you can safely crouch under these discs to avoid them. Before the 5th checkpoint, use the TNT to get up to the boxes above. Then activate the checkpoint for 130 boxes. Next comes perhaps the hardest sequence in the whole game, although to be honest, despite dying many times my first time through here, once you've done it once, it's not that bad afterwards. But as is customary with other hard sequences, I'll show the sequence in its entirety. The 6th checkpoint will take you to 132 boxes. Pay attention to this part here, as you have to slide or crouch jump to get on top of this laser. Then jump to the TNT above, and jump further to destroy the box and grab the hidden gem. Drop close to the right to land safely and hit the 7th checkpoint for 140 boxes. After this difficult but extremely fun section, you should find yourself at the end of the level with 170 boxes. And the actual final level in the game is Seeing Double. There's nothing of note before the first checkpoint, break it for 15 boxes. Shoot the boxes here which are covering a TNT and bounce up for 3 boxes. Just TNT in this crevice. But for this one you'll need to head inside for a hidden bounce crate. Destroy everything in your path and make it on top of this exclamation mark crate. Then blast yourself to the left and left again. Go through this hidden entrance shooting as you go to get all of the boxes on the ground and the hidden gem. Avoid the nitro crates here as there's no need to destroy them, and make it to the 2nd checkpoint like so for what should be 58 boxes. Ignore these 4 nitro crates and bounce on these boxes up here to be able to shoot the one out to the right. These 2 nitros you want to blow up. In case you forgot, here's how to get up here.
Why can't I be more reasonable like I am?
When switching to Coco or Crash, you want to be on 75 boxes. Go forward and break the 4 boxes here before hitting the checkpoint for 80 boxes. And you have to do the super hard sequence once again. The good news is that it's hardly different from last time besides a few additional boxes. At the 4th checkpoint you should hit 88 boxes. By the 5th you want to be on 97. And hit the nitro switch crate at the end to take you up to 129, which will reward you with the box gem. And hopefully you made it all the way to the end in one life to get what will likely be your final insanely perfect relic. I hope you found this guide useful. If you did, be sure to give it a like and share it with anyone else who's planning to struggle their way to 106% in Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time. Thanks for watching, and as always, have fun playing video games.